And maybe I'm thinking of the five wars that Dahlia was talking about between U.S. and China now, you know, but actual war, capital wars, trade wars. Any how do you see U.S.-China dynamic over the next couple of years?
Unfortunately, deglobalization is not the way to go. I mean, that would be really stupid. It's bad for everyone. But that's the way Trump has been driving it, and the rest of the country, he's making all the countries in the world to think about national security. So you should do your own thing. So I don't think it's going to work. I think they're going to try for a few years and found out that it's so inefficient, and we'll slowly go back to globalization again, which is the way it should be. It's a better utilization of resources. I mean, it's silly, and in fact, if anything, nobody really wants a physical fight, a war, that is. Except maybe the U.S. because it's got the highest stockpile of planes and guns and ammunition, which has a use-by date. I'm sorry to say, and China, of course, is no match for the U.S. at this point in time, and China certainly does not want to fight. But this trading issue has made China very determined that we have to be self-sufficient.
It's 10 o'clock.
Which is going to make it worse for the rest of the world in a sense. Like the semiconductor, for example, China was happy to buy, and then now all of a sudden, all the supply lines are being cut by Trump, and then what can they do except to try to very quickly build their own? Okay, so they're behind for a couple of years, and they catch up again.
Well, let me then turn it. Europe sort of in the middle. Europe's being punched a lot, Eddie. Are we thinking that Europe is not a source of innovation, a source of where people should have their allocations? And how is Europe looking at China?
I think Europe wants to work with China.
Let me ask the European.
Oh yes, go ahead,
Eddie.
It's a difficult. Those are many questions in one, and fairly difficult to answer. At the moment, Europe is more in the doghouse than anyone else, I think. It's a very disjointed politics on an international level. We still feel Brexit, and we have a revival of the pandemic. There's pockets of growth there, absolutely, but I think overall they're more in the doghouse than any other continent in a way. I don't see it to change anytime soon. So your play there is pockets where you can play. I'm again, just a disclaimer, I'm not a public markets guy or private markets. There's tremendous growth opportunities in Eastern Europe, some in Southern Europe. And that's where we play in the private markets, but that's a very different discussion for a different day.